Hey, everybody. Bring more of the cool kids in. Y'all are all doing well. Happy final day of class out here. Okay, so we have a couple of people trickling in. We'll start in a little bit. But prepare your slides, prepare all the things you need for your presentations while we wait. We'll start around 6:40 just to make sure everybody's in because I only see 8 people so far. So we'll see y'all in a little bit. Welcome everybody to our final um, like cohort class. Granted, the program is not over. Y'all are going to be going to your internships and also doing another presentation at the end of your internship as well. But I am really excited to see what y'all have been up to, how y'all have utilized the time to create a cool project. So a little bit of the run of show. First and foremost, uh, I shared a little bit earlier on that we have this form that I shouted out in our channel here. And basically, this form is the feedback for the boot camp. Basically, there is a reflection form, there's also an anonymous form. What could we do better? What went well? Everything there. So please fill that out when y'all get the chance. And a bit of the run of show. We're actually gonna go with volunteers on who wants to start first. But in before we start, Ant, did you want to go over the app or do you want to do that another time? We could also record that.
I'm just recording because I have to update it with the assignments. I need you
Okay.
to send me over that list.
Yeah, no worries. All right. So um basically, we will share another recording. It's kind of like this is something to kind of help y'all enhance your learning, basically catch up on any of the labs that you have possibly missed. And again, this is a resource to kind of help you continually like learn and utilize the pieces of this course that we have provided for y'all. So I hope it helps. But I will tease the mystery box and share it with y'all later. Okay, so the way we are going to start this presentation is we're actually going to like ask for volunteers. Whoever wants to start presenting their project first, raise your hand. The way it'll work is you'll screen share uh, your like computer, kind of go through the demo, and from there, we will kind of just um, we'll basically if there's any questions or feedback, we will kind of chat through that along with the class. If someone wants to kind of just chime in after seeing the app, feel free to shout out and compliment your fellow classmates or talk about things that you think you would like to see in there or expanded. So without further ado, I saw someone raise their hand. And who wants to volunteer first? You can kind of just raise your hand as in like the app where you have the raise your hand feature.
Oh, my group could go first. I'm just trying to make sure everyone's in here for.
Okay. Sound off. Are y'all what's your group name actually or your project name?
I don't remember the group name that we came up with, but our
Okay.
app name is Stock Sense AI Lite.
All right. Stock Sense AI peeps. Are y'all all in here?
Yes, we are.
Okay, cool. All right. So thanks for volunteering yourselves first as tribute, but I'm really excited to see what y'all have built. Um, can you test out actually sharing your screen right now just to make sure that we can all see your screen? I see that it is starting. All right, perfect. All right, so take it away.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are presenting our capstone project, StockSense AI Lite. StockSense AI Lite is a stock trading and market insight web application designed for beginner and everyday investors. Our main goal is to make stock market information easier to understand for users who may not have advanced financial knowledge. Many amateur investors enter the stock market with limited experience, and for many of them, every dollar they invest matters. However, stock market platforms often show too much complex information at once. Users may see stock prices, charts, percentage changes, financial terms, company data, news headlines, and market signals all at the same time. For a beginner, this can feel confusing and overwhelming. This is the problem our app is trying to solve. We wanted to create a platform that does not just show data, but helps organize that data in a cleaner and more beginner-friendly way. StockSense AI Lite is designed to help users understand what they are looking at before making decisions. Our target users are beginner investors, students, and everyday people who want to learn more about stocks without being overwhelmed by complicated tools. The app provides a simple dashboard, live stock search, quote data, watch lists, alerts, news, and AI stock insights. The purpose of this project is not only to build a stock tracking app, but also to create a learning focused platform that helps users understand market information in a more organized and less stressful way. Now, Alif will explain the main features and walk through the live demo of our website.
Hi. Now I will showcase the main features of our website. Um, so this, as soon as the user logs in, we have created a login and registration system where users can create an account an account or log in if they already have an account. So for this version, we use local storage for mock authentication, but the app structure is ready for future real database authentication. Once the user logs in, the dashboard gives a professional market workspace. It includes market overview sections, stock movement areas, and important cards that helps users quickly understand the market environment and the current trends of the market. The goal of the dashboard is to give the user a simple starting point instead of overwhelming them with too much data. We created a lot of we simplified most of the data that the users are initially overwhelmed, since our users are mainly our target users are amateur investors who are new to the market. So just breaking the data down and giving it a better meaning. Next, I'll show the search page. This is one of the most important features of our project. Users can search a stock by company name or ticker name. I can search for a stock such as Meta. The app connects to the backend API, and the backend API connects to the backend API connects to the FinHub stock market API, which is returning the live data for the current stock market. As we see for Meta, the current prices, we can also go to Yahoo Finance. This is Google. We can go to their website just for verification that the current market data is actually live data coming from the market. Here we also have in the search, we also have connected it with a global search bar, which the user can access from any page they are in. So the global search bar would allow them to research the current price real quick. Next, we have the watch list page. This page is designed to help users track their favorite stocks in one place. In future, it can be connected with the persistent storage, so the users can manage their personal stock So here, these are some of the stocks that has already been added to the watch list. As we can see, we can quickly have these stocks uh, we access to be monitored whenever we want. Next, we also have the alerts page, which is designed for price notification features. Users will be able to create alerts for their favorite stocks or stocks they want to invest in or looking to invest in. When a stock reaches a certain here, if I want to create an alert, I can type Tesla or let's say NEO, which is one of the Chinese automaker stocks that has been recently doing really well on the market. If I add the stock, it's added to the watch list, and this way I am ready to, I'm notified here if the price is under 5% or 10%, it's customizable also. Next, we have the news page, which provides market updates and financial news. This supports the user decision-making process by giving the access to current market news and data. And also the recent in stock market, recent news plays a vital role in understanding the market and market shift patterns. So this is an added feature for the users to understand the market patterns better. Next, we also have the AI Insights page, which is designed to simplify market interpretation. So this part is currently under development. We are planning to add AI insights and analytics to this section. So the AI would take the current market trends and news and give some kind of return and understanding to the meaning and give more context for beginner users so they can understand what the meaning of the data, which is more important for beginner investors to be profitable in the market. Then we have the profile and settings page. This page is help complete the user experience by giving users an account area and an app preference section. Here we have for the settings, like they can pick their plan. It can be two different level kinds of plans. If they pick the pro plan, is where the AI insights comes in. If they use the basic plan, they would only get the dashboard and the just the news and alerts functionalities. Overall, the live demo shows the StockSense AI is more than just a static design. It includes routing, authentication, livestock API, integration, global search functionality, uh, and multiple organized pages that support the user experience. Now I'll hand over to Regime, who will explain the technology and development process behind the project.
Thanks, Alif. For the technical side, StockSense AI Lite was built using a modern full-stack development approach. The front end was developed using React, Vite, JavaScript, and HTML and CSS. React Router was used to manage navigation between pages, such as dashboard, search, watchlist, alerts, news, AI Insight, profile, and settings. For the backend, we created Node.js and Express.js server. The backend connects to the FinHub API to retrieve livestock search results and code data. This backend setup is important because it keeps the API key protected inside the environment file instead of exposing it directly to the front-end code. We are also created a front-end service file to handle communication between the React app and the backend API. This helps keeps the code organized and make the app easier to maintain. Another important part of our development process was GitHub collaboration. Each team member worked on a separate features branches and submitted pull requests before merging into a main branch. We also protected the main branch to reduce accidental changes and follow a more professional team or work overflow. The project allowed us to practice front-end development, back-end API integration, routing protected routes, environment variable, UI design, GitHub pull requests, and team-based software development. Our team divided the work so each member could focus on different parts of the applications. The lead developer handled the main project, architecture, rack and write setup, routing layout, and the overflow and the backend API setups. Fin other team member work on major page sections such as dashboard, watchlist, news, alerts, AI, insight, profile, and settings. Each member focus on building and improving specific parts of the user interface, including page layout, cards, section, and feature-based content. This division of work helped us develop multiple parts of the application at the same time while keeping responsibilities clear. For future improvement, we plan to add real user authentication with a database, persistent user watchlist, real-time alerts, advanced stock charts, portfolio tracking, mobile app development, and public deployment. One of our biggest future goals is to improve the AI analysis features. The app plans to include AI-based market analysis that helps users make better decisions by summarizing current market trends, stock movement, new signals, and key financial data in a simplified way. Overall, Stocks AI's Lite demonstrates how a modern web application can simplify complex financial information for beginners investors. By combining a clean interface, livestock data, organized navigation, and AI style insights, our app provides a more approachable way for users to learn about the stock market. Thank you for listening. We are now ready to answer any questions.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Wonderful work there. I guess uh I will first open it up to the class. Does anyone have any questions or anything they'd like to chime in about the app?
Have to say the app looked really good. Your presentation was really good. And I was thinking about this prior to the class and everything. I was like, it's weird that there isn't like a centralized AI web page that tells you about like the stock market and everything. So I think it's pretty cool.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
absolutely. Totally agree on that front. I also really love the fact that y'all are thinking business minded already with like your subscription models, turning this into a SaaS product. And yeah, like your pitch on it being kind of like for beginners is very inviting for everyone that finds the stock market intimidating, because 90% of people in the stock market lose money. So you can kind of like use that whole aspect to be like, we're trying to change the game and turn that into 90% of people make money. Granted, it's very lofty dream, but the idea is that you have like this kind of North Star on your app. Really great. Um, I guess I have a question. What was the most kind of challenging thing y'all faced working on the app?
I'll take that. One of the challenging part was making sure how we collaborated, because we had a strict timeline, and so we wanted to split the work in a way so we can all develop at the same time and merge without getting into conflicts. And so we followed the agile development pattern where we would all do our part and merge it and not wait for the other person to finish their part, kind of. So we splitting the work and making sure everything is connected properly at the end. So just going over that part was a bit challenging, since we are all four in a team, and we are all in separate classes. So getting together, finding the right time, going over, testing it out, all the merges, when somebody's merging, if everything's working correctly on everybody's side was one of the challenging part. And also to add to that, also just to connect the FinHub API was also another challenge because initially it only connected to the search tab, but we were having some issues connecting it to the global search bar, the nav bar we have. So the way we solved that solution was connecting to the global nav bar to the search tab. So once the user enters anything to the global nav bar, it will just redirect them to the search tab. And so we kind of reused the same API for both the tabs and both the requests.
Okay. Very cool. And I'm really happy to see that a lot of other classmates did have issues with merge conflicts, and I'm glad that y'all found a healthy path forward on that. Also, just the clever way of reusing possibly like the same component to kind of do the same work there with your API. Very cool. And yeah, just for time's sake, I'm going to stop kind of like the feedback part early just because I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to present. But fantastic work. Stock Sense. This is a product that I would think I would see in Shark Tank, digital start Shark Tank. So yeah, great work. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for
Thank you, everybody.
volunteering first as well. Okay, so who wants to start next? Oh, I see. Javier, you want to start next? So feel free to take the reins.
Yeah, I'm down. I think my team is here as well.
Sound off.
Yeah,
Cool.
Leaf and she, are you
Oh
here?
yeah, yeah, we're here. I thought you were gonna start.
Okay, 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 okay. So do I share my screen?
Yeah. Do you know how to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
1 second. Okay, so I should do it. Okay, so can you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone can see it as well, right?
How's it going, everybody? My name is Javier Hernandez, and along my team, NC, Alif, Chowdhury, and Alex, who's not here today because he couldn't make it. He's in class, so he'll be presenting tomorrow. We made Chat Career. And basically, the concept of the application is what if every time that you sent a message, you had to go through a little mini game that basically handles the decision of whether or not you are able to send a message or not. The purpose of creating this application is to combine the technical skills that were learned during the bootcamp, and also add the passions and the strength that everybody in the team has into a project that can melt those together. For the demo, I'm gonna share my screen. I have it here. 1 second. Okay. There you go. You can see it, right?
Yeah.
So when the user gets on the website, it will prompt them to create a user. So if I don't create a user, it's going to ask me to create one. I have already done that, so I'm going to just use my user, Javi, and my password, which I'm not going to tell you, and then log in. And there is something wrong. What is it? Okay, so I'm just going to create a new user then. So I'm going to create a new user, and then I'm going to call it Javier. Full name, Javier Hernandez. Email, whatever, email, gmail.com. Phone is optional, and my password, I'm going to set my password. And I'm going to sign up. Username already exists. That's because I was testing this earlier. I'm going to call it test user. Okay. And that one already exists. Okay, this user too. Okay, what is happening? Test. Presentation test. Okay, I think I don't know what's happening. Let me restart the server again. Okay, so it did let me that time. I don't know why it wasn't letting me before. Maybe because I had to reactivate the server. So now once you log in, you can look for who do you want to chat. So let's say that you want to chat with me. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna do this, and I'm going to start a chat, and I'm going to send a message. This is a test for the presentation. And then once you click send, it's gonna load the game. And then it tells you how many miles you have left. And then you have to avoid the cars in order to win. If I happen to lose, the message is not gonna be sent. And if I do win, the message will be sent. And there you go. One, two, there you go. This test is for our presentation. So just for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna do this. I will lose this time, and I will try to lose, but I cannot promise it because I'm very good at this game because I made it. So let's try and see if I can crash into a car. Um, oh, I should have not moved. Um, okay. Okay, well, I'm too good. I can't lose, but as you see, the message does get sent. And that is the current functionality of the application. I'm going to pass it to my peers so they can talk about the tech stack. But basically, on my end, I was using the Unity game engine and I was using the WebGL build in order to create this experience, as well as getting familiar with the JSLib library, which is basically a library that allows you to connect the JavaScript and the Unity game engine together so they can talk to each other. And I'm gonna pass it to the rest of my teammates.
If you can, please full screen. Yeah, thanks. Awesome.
Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
A little choppy, but go ahead.
So for my part, what I did is that I worked on the logging and the sign up part. I had to like make sure that no like the user can't get inside the home page without logging, and also I needed to make sure that the cookie, like the token after the logging, is also persistent in the browser, so they don't need to logging over and over again. And one thing I wanted to apply here but couldn't apply is the like the OTP authentication. For example, when someone's like wants to change their password, they can just change right now with using their old password, like the current password. I wanted to apply like they needed to send like an OTP in their phone or their email. That way they can change the password. Otherwise, they can't change the password. I wanted to apply that feature, but I couldn't apply that. Um, so that's what I did. I would hand over to Angie for what she did for her front end work.
Hi, everybody. I was responsible of the front end of this project. Um, I did the sidebar with the conversation. I used React and Tailwind for the design, and I also did a toggle which has a light and a dark mode. I also did the avatar profile pictures with Dice Bear IPI, sorry. Um, and I also did the online and offline status indicators around the image and the dot on top. Um, and also the profile of the user, which if you click on it, it would show up your username and your email.
Oh, I'm sorry. I stopped sharing. I just wanted to show the website one more time and toggle on and on for this and the user information. For the future, we are looking forward to implement all the technologies that my team has talked about, as well as more character customization and different lanes and different maps in which the player, again, can play. And that would be all for our presentation. Thank you very much. If you have any questions.
Great work, team. Really cool way of integrating games into chats. I really love that aspect. I know it's challenging kind of having Unity talk to your React app, so achieving that is really great too. Basically, at a startup I was at, I basically made a choose your own adventure project, and each decision had to talk to the app to kind of like share different results on the site. So that was a lot of kind of like having Unity talk with the app. So being able to do that is really great. The design was really cool as well. And yeah, like I guess in a future iteration, I would totally recommend y'all take a look at projects like Gather and other like little, maybe even Metopia type worlds, and maybe even expand this out to more of like this cool little throwback to the early 2000s Toontown chat rooms and stuff like that. So very cool stuff.
Appreciate
Does,
that.
oh, good. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I said thank you.
Oh, of course. Yeah, all of y'all, great work.
Thank you.
So does anyone in the class want to jump in and ask any questions or feedback? Well, I always ask this, what was the most challenging problem y'all had and how did y'all overcome it?
I think for myself in particular, it was going from idea to actual execution because and I'm looking at this way because I have my monitor this way and then my camera here. It was getting in the actual tools to get it working because I had this idea, but I didn't know if there were libraries, if there were tools to make this happen. So the research and then getting connected, this new library that connects the game engine with the JavaScript and getting the JavaScript to understand what that is saying was very technically challenging and also merging all the work together at the same time for myself.
Awesome. Yeah. Um, anyone else in the project had I want to chime in or mention pieces
Yeah, I
there?
was actually gonna say the same thing as you also mentioned it. The connection part is definitely more challenging. Um, I wouldn't say I had any big problems since it was just the UI design.
I was thanks for the milestone. I had like trouble setting it up remote. At first it was like neutral. So I was kind of worried if it's gonna be like remotely working or not. So I used somehow it was okay. At first I was like having some error, but somehow I was able to solve it.
Okay, yeah. And one thing that I would recommend for all of y'all, as well as the past project and other projects y'all would be kind of like presenting next. Come back with your group maybe when y'all can or before y'all go to the Air Force or anything like that. But like come together and kind of like do a 5 minute kind of like walkthrough of like, hey, this is what I did. And I think that with each other, so you can kind of all learn parts of the tech stack that maybe y'all didn't have a chance to touch, or like maybe you get a crash course in design and front end and all of those pieces too. So that would be a really great way to kind of help one the person showcasing it, like basically teach a little bit, which is going to help you solidify your knowledge, and two, the rest of the group members actually like learning what they probably like what they probably skipped on because everyone's rushing to finish the app. So yeah, great work, everybody. Um, Another piece of feedback, if y'all ever played WarioWare, you got to expand those games. All right, play WarioWare. I think every text message should be like a little crazy mini game. You just kind of cycle through it. It's like a little 30-second micro mini game gallery. Y'all should give it a try. I think you would probably have fun kind of like expanding the games there too. So yeah, great work, everybody. That was really cool. Oh, I do have a question. One more. So this works on desktop. How are you planning to change like either the game or like other elements on mobile? Because a lot of chats actually come both in desktop and mobile.
I think it actually does transfer really nicely
Okay.
because it could be a sort of like a Subway Surfer game type, but from the top down view. And then I think that core aspect of it is very transferable. I think the aspects that I would net that we would have to look into are what are those libraries that then we will have to add or remove in order to have it running or a phone, and whether or not is it heavy enough, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Unity games are a hog on mobile processors, uh, speaking from experience, but if you simplify the art style and you make sure you're already building it to WebGL, that might save you there. But yeah, great work, everybody.
Thank you.
Very pleasure to see both of these really cool projects. I'm ready. Whoever wants to volunteer for the next one. No pressure. But yeah, feel free to jump in. Do I have to play the Jeopardy music? Have y'all wait out here? Um, okay, so as I mentioned before, if we don't get someone to kind of like volunteer, I'm gonna have to pick. So I don't want to pick. I know y'all like you should feel excited and ready to showcase your project. So I'll give you another minute to decide. We all have to present anyway today. So going once, going twice. All right. Maurizio, how's your project going along? Testing one, two, three. Am I dying out here? Aish. All right. Jonathan, do you want to showcase your work now?
Professor, we'll do it tomorrow because half of my members is from
Are in
Cohort
there?
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Jennifer and Blanca, how are y'all doing?
We're good, I think. I guess we can present.
Go ahead. Trust me. It'll be fine. No pressure. I got this.
Okay, okay.
Again, we're all colleagues out here, so no, it's judgment-free zone. Treat this like Planet Fitness for the web.
Um, Jennifer, Santiago, which one of you guys want to share the slides?
I can share. Give me one sec. Can you see it correctly?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Hey guys, our app is called Kindred Parenting. It's supposed to be an app for parents navigating through any stage of like parenting, basically, whether it's the postpartum phase, newborn, toddlers, teenagers. This is a platform for every parent to come together and be able to interact with each other and give each other advice. So I was the full stack developer. I was working on both the front end and the back end for the project. Jennifer, you wanna go?
Yes, I'm Jennifer. I am a programming and software development major, class of 2027. Um, and this summer I'm going to be interning with Mentor Me Collective, working on software engineering and cybersecurity projects. During this project, I actually was working on both the front end and the back end. And yeah, go ahead, Santiago.
Hello, everybody. My name is Santiago Gonzalez. I focus mainly in the front end on this project. I am a software and programming development major, and I am graduating actually this summer after, actually, before going to the Air Force. So, yeah.
So again, our story is basically the idea came from when I was going through my own like postpartum phase after having my kids, and I felt like there wasn't a space where parents could just talk about anything that came with postpartum. And even though you would go on like forum sites like Reddit or Instagram, there were still other people who would comment on there and not know the experience of being a parent. So I thought it would be a great idea to have a space where it's just for parents who can give each other advice without having any fear of backlash from people who don't know what it's like to be a parent dealing with any kind of child. The problem we're solving, I basically just went over this. There's no real platform for parents to communicate with each other without the fear of having input from people who don't understand what it's like uh to go through this phase of life. So that's the problem that we're solving. So we have a community discussion feed. We have an AI chat bot where you can ask questions and it'll give you possible advice without giving any kind of like therapy or medical advice. And it's just a safe and welcoming space for every parent who can talk or vent and feel like safe and okay doing so. I'll share the demo on my screen so you could stop sharing, Santiago. Alright, so when you land on the site, this is the homepage. It says parenting is hard. You don't have to go through it alone. And you can join the community. It'll take you to the community feed where it'll show you like some posts that have already been created. We can log in. We already have a demo user set up, so we click that. And we can share a post. It would take us to a separate page where we can create a post. So we can do something like going through sleepless nights. And put this tired emoji so we can display how we feel. We can add a tag, can type tired, frustrated. My child has gone more than 24 hours with no sleep. Please give me advice. You can post anonymously if you want, or post as the user you are. I'm gonna tick that for now so we can see what it looks like. And then we share the post. It'll pop up on top. Okay, the anonymous part did not work, but it does show the title, the content, the mood, and the tags that we added. We can add a comment. So try with white noise. And the post will be added. We can edit the post, the comment, we can delete it. We can do the same thing with the original post, and we can also delete it. We also have the chat bot. So it says, "Hi, I'm a kindred companion. I'm here to provide parenting support, encouragement, and educational guidance. How can I help? Try asking." We can pick sleep routines. It'll give, how can I create a better bedtime routine? Or we can also type in like our own prompt. So and it will give us some like advice on what we can do. So it says, "I understand how challenging it can be when your child is having difficulty sleeping. Here are some gentle steps to help improve their sleep." And it goes through some steps like establishing a bedtime routine, and it goes into detail, create a comfortable sleep environment, limit screen time before bed, encouraging relaxation. Remember, consistency is key when establishing good sleep habits for your child. If sleep troubles persist, consider speaking with a healthcare provider for further guidance, and it gives you some next steps. And then we can leave that open if we want to continue later, or we can end the chat there and it'll just start fresh. We also have like this filter here on the side, but there's no functionality to it yet. We're gonna be working on that for the future. And then we have the resources page, which has some crisis helplines, some resources for families. So it takes you like to different sites that parents can visit, and other safety and support hotlines. And then it also says like if there's an emergency to call 911 or say your local emergency services. And yeah, that's the demo for this. Santiago.
Yes, let me share my screen. Okay. Okay, that's where we left off. Jennifer, you want to do the technical architecture?
Okay, so the tech stack we used included React, Node.js, Express. Um, we also used Neon for building the database. This was my first time, all of our first times using Neon. I know previously I've used Supabase. So this was definitely a fun experience. And we also use the AI integration using Open AI API. Um, oh, and for the authentication, we used JWT tokens. So yeah.
And then on my
Next.
end,
Oh, sorry.
and no, 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 I was just gonna add that on my end, which I work in the front end most of the time. We use React, which is what we learned in this bootcamp, using Vite to separate the work. And I just want to add that this made it so like easy to integrate each part of the component, because even if Blanca or Jennifer were working on different components of the UI, um, we wouldn't have to worry about touching each components. We were just worried at the end to, integrate all of these pieces together.
And I also do want to add we used I think it's called MUI material to be able to get like the little avatars, like the little profile avatars on the side where you can add like it can be their picture or it can be like your initials, your first and last initial.
Okay, so now that we've talked about what Kindred Parenting offers parents, I'd like to briefly explain some of the technology that makes the platform possible. So one important feature is, like I mentioned before, the JWT. It's the authentication flow. So this allows parents to securely create accounts, log in, and access their information while helping keep personal data protected. This is really important to us. We wanted the app to be where, um, all users can read like posts, but not all users can create a post unless they're logged in. Same with making comments. Another key component is our community post logic. So yeah, parents create posts, they share experiences, and they participate in decisions through threaded replies and making conversations feel more natural and more organized. And the platform is created using RESTful API endpoints. And these APIs, they're what allows the front end and the back end to communicate efficiently so that the posts and the comments and the user information can be exchanged seamlessly all throughout the application. And finally, we have the integration, of course, of the AI chatbot. Um, directly into the platform, and like this gives it helps give parents a quick access to some type of guidance or resources and support whenever it's needed. Um so yeah. Okay, so while the current platform it provides like valuable support for parents, like I can honestly say we're just getting started. So looking ahead, there are several exciting features we would like to add, and this includes personalized recommendations, uh like uh like a we want to use AI to give like personalized recommendations to help with resources and like articles and some type of discussion topics based on what the parent interests in their previous activities are. And secondly, we want private parent groups, which would allow smaller communities to connect around like shared experiences and build stronger relationships. And third, some type of expert Q&A sessions would be great. It could give parents access to trusted professionals such as pediatricians, therapists, and parenting coaches. And finally, we would like to make this a mobile application. We think it would help make Kindred parenting even more accessible by allowing parents to stay connected and to have support on the go. So yeah, these future enhancements would really help us continue building and like a stronger and structural application to help like parents. Yeah, thank you. In conclusion, Kindred Parenting was created to address a challenge that many parents face, which is feeling isolated while navigating the responsibilities of raising children. And pretty much by combining the power of community with AI powered guidance, this platform, it creates a space where parents can ask questions, they can share experiences and find meaningful support. So yeah, at its core, like Kindred Parenting it's essentially about bringing people together and making sure parents never feel like they have to face challenges alone. So yeah, thank you for the time. And we're happy to answer any questions you may have.
Yeah, thank you guys. Really dope app. And also really love the really cool use of technology there. This whole concept of using the OpenAI API is something that I think is going to be really important in the future for every development tool. As you can see, everything has a AI agent in there now. So that's really amazing that it's part of like your app from the start. And I think I mentioned this to a couple of the group members of this project, but there's like what I really like about this is the fact that, there's this whole concept of TikTok parenting, but most of the things that kind of pop up to the top of the algorithm, which means most of what people are seeing, is the most engaging or the most hot take of parenting. And that just kind of like has this crazy extremes on both ends of your kind of like, like you consuming and kind of looking for resources. This kind of like has like this realistic middle ground, which I think is really great. But one thing I would say, and I would love y'all's opinion on, is a lot of times the more engaging aspect is like video short form pieces there. So do y'all plan on incorporating videos as like posts, or do you think this works more as a blog for the kind of calmness and anonymity of what y'all are looking for? Feel free, anyone can answer.
I think in my opinion, at least for now, keeping it kind of like just like the more calmness, like maybe yeah, being able to share photos, but I feel like as parents, you're more um what's the word? like you kind of don't really want to upload pictures of your kids and stuff like that because of safety issues and stuff. So I feel like refraining from that is probably like the best way to go, at least for now.
Yeah, that's a great point. And one thing I did want to mention as well, like, is your color design for the app feels incredibly calming. So I really loved how y'all kind of use the design mixed with color theory as well to kind of just create this uh, feeling of calm there throughout the app. One thing that I would recommend y'all take a look at, because a lot of the features that y'all are planning on putting in, I think are great ideas. I think another app does this really well, but for meditation. But Headspace has this whole kind of like wake up to like morning meditations mixed with like some motivational like 4 minute video about like taking time for yourself and breathing and XYZ. And I think there's a really great way to kind of utilize like your I think you mentioned like kind of chatting with like an expert or a pro or someone in that space, and possibly instead of it just being like just like I'm gonna chat with this person at this hour, maybe like that's something that this person can kind of be a part of, be like, hey, here's your morning routine to kind of get you through the first month of being a new parent. I know you're not getting a lot of sleep, so this is some of the tips that I did, and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
uh,
like
mhm.
I one of the ideas that we did have, and like we took it off the nav bar because there's nothing on it, but there is like a section called MySpace where it's kind of like it's only the user logged in can see it, and it would have like play like that you can have journal entries. You can have like AI generated prompts if you don't know what to write about on a specific day. It would give you a prompt and you would um like just write reflections basically that might help you, and it would have like other things. I actually, for my iOS development class, I actually created like that specific app where it was just like a personal pocket app tied to this platform.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that. And again, that ties to the whole aspect of y'all wanting this to be more on the mobile side too. I'll tell y'all don't sleep on React Native. So you kind of build the code once and then kind of put it on multiple platforms. But of course, there's limitations to that as well, of course, as Luis would mention, as he kind of worked on a React Native app and then ended up turning it back into a native iOS app because of some limitations there. So yeah, um, I'll open it up to the class. Any comments, feedback, things you want to mention about the project? All right, going once, going twice. Great work, guys. Basically, I really love how y'all took a real problem that a lot of y'all were facing and kind of turn it into an app. This is kind of how you like make something that you find important, and then you realize like 10,000 people also have that issue. And you like, if you choose to monetize it, if you choose not to, you make the world a better place. But either way, you're making change with the skill sets you have, which is really cool. So I am going to checking our projects right now, and it looks like if it looks like most of everyone else will be presenting on Tuesday. So just to confirm, Gold Diggers are going to be presenting on Tuesday. Control Freaks, HTTM, Cluckspot, um, MCI, and MJS. So Looks like we'll have a jam-packed day for tomorrow as well. Y'all feel free to actually join as well. I see a couple of people from Tuesday class actually joined in a little bit. So thanks for coming and seeing your classmates present and stuff like that. The don't mind spying, yeah. But yeah, like feel free to join Tuesday's class as well. I actually gave put up the whole Slack like on Slack I put up the whole um piece for the Zoom calls, but honestly yeah, great work. I expect everyone who did not present today, like I know a couple of half of y'all's teams are on Tuesday. Y'all will be presenting. I'm gonna tell Mama Geraldina on y'all. But for now, yeah, I just want to say amazing work to everyone who's presented today. These are really great apps that really solved a problem using cool pieces of like technology that's completely uh like like on the newer cutting edge, which is really impressive. And one thing I do want to point out is a lot of times in our older programs, like this is the power of using like make sure you're learning the stuff but using AI as a tool. But a lot of us, we didn't have like the tailwinds or the material UIs or the chad cn, so a lot of our time was kind of building that front end and not being able to kind of like build out like a really fleshed out app. And y'all like did this in about like 2.5 weeks or so just want y'all to pat yourselves on the back. Like I know y'all want to expand the apps and stuff like that. And trust me, there's time for it. But I want y'all to take a deep breath and kind of understand the achievement that y'all have achieved so far, which is really amazing, making an MVP app within a 2-month program. So just want to say congratulations on that. I am going to do a little celebration emoji here, but like I just want y'all to know I'm very proud of y'all. I really think y'all are, like stay the course, keep learning, keep growing, keep building out your apps, keep building out apps that uh like you find stupid, you find fun, you like find the fun in your career and y'all are gonna kill it. Like that's my TED talk for all of y'all. But I just want to say amazing work, everybody. And I will see a couple of y'all on Tuesday. Um, for everyone who wants to join the class on Tuesday, I'm going to also share the link in cohort 1 for, cohort 2. So y'all kind of know where it is, but basically it'll be in Slack in your cohort 1 group chat. And yeah, y'all are all welcome to kind of take a look and see the other cool projects. Trust me, they're all going to be pretty dang cool. So for the people that presented as well today. After our class is done, I'll chop up our recordings so y'all have recordings of like y'all presenting your apps. This is amazing work. You should be very proud of it, and you should have like a working implementation of your app in video form as well as like deploying the app. So, if anything ever goes down, you'll always kind of be able to show this is how it worked before, trust me, before the database went down or something like that. But yeah, in the meantime, I just want to say like keep building, keep making amazing stuff, keep staying true to you in this world of tech, and you will do great things. I'm really looking forward to seeing how y'all will really benefit your internship programs as well as benefit like your careers throughout like what you're learning in the summer. So just want to say I know we were a little rushed here in the program, but y'all did great work and just keep learning. Okay. Um, I'll open up
Thank
to
you.
the TAs if they want to say anything, but yeah, amazing work, guys.
Thank you, Hess. Are
Thank
you
you.
to
God bless you.
do development week tomorrow?
I'm gonna
Just
try to, but I
okay.
I work. It's just terrible. They won't allow me to take off days like I used to.
Um,
That's working at the bigger companies. And just flip out. No one will notice I'm gone. But yeah. Also, for everyone else who has the time, go to Developer Week and yeah. So yeah, basically, you have a free ticket. It's a really amazing like space area. So yeah, for like utilize this while you can because it is a great opportunity. Okay. So without further ado, I will free y'all up to get out and go and enjoy the Knicks game. Anyone who wants to stay in and chat for a little bit, I'll be here for another like 10 minutes. So if y'all have any other questions or things you want to kind of chat about beforehand, but also I will see a couple of y'all on Tuesday, and whoever wants to join on Tuesday as well, feel free to.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much. I might shoot you a message on Slack about the what we talked about on Saturday.
absolutely. Gotcha.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yeah, have a great one. Great work.
Thank you,
Hi,
Professor.
Professor.
Thank
Just
you.
wanted to say thank you so much for your time and sharing all the knowledge. And the TED Talks were really amazing. Thank you so
Well,
much.
thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad that they were of value for you. So
They were very motivating. Thank you.
great. Thanks. Did great work. Bye. All right. So John, you wanted to chat?
Yes, I did. I did want to chat. So, good thing is that our project is perfect.
Okay.
Bad thing is, we were watching the presentations and like we saw they were doing it live,
Mm-hmm.
like of the demo, and like we did like a video. So I
Mm-hmm.
was wondering like, because the main goal was to do it with the video so we could keep the time short because we do got like from until the demo starts, we got around like 8 slides, and then we got another 8 slides after the demo. And like it ran to like around like 12, 13 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And we were wondering like, okay, if we did it live, this is gonna run into like easily like
Yeah.
19 minutes long, and we don't want to take up time because we know most people are going to be on Cohort 2.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no worries. So I would say use the video. Just be mindful if the video has any sound effects. Sometimes Zoom has an issue with sharing sound. So while you're going through the video, just you can talk through the functionality as it's moving. Um, just be mindful of the possible hiccup with sound and stuff like that with the video.
Okay. There is no sound effects. It's just like, you know how like Fireship edited his videos?
Oh yeah, yeah,
We did
yeah.
it like that.
Okay,
So,
cool, cool. I think yeah, I think y'all will do good then. Like y'all will be fine then. So
okay.
um mhm,
When we screen share though, uh, like we will have audio because we need someone to, because the person who did the front end, he
mhm,
presented it and then it transitions to another person.
mhm.
Will people hear that? Like, 'cause we want to make sure.
Well, yeah, I would say just all of y'all stay off of mute. So like basically when someone ends quickly, you can kind of like chime right in.
Okay.
So one thing to be mindful of is if you're doing like screen transitions in the sense of someone else is going to present afterwards, what's always going to happen is there'll be like a 15-second lag of like, Zoom just going back to our Brady Bunch screen boxes, and then it goes back to the next person sharing. So just be
Hmm.
mindful of that if that's something y'all are planning on doing. If like maybe you want like a master controller of that, so that's running the slides piece, playing the video, and while like all of y'all are kind of talking at the times that you want to.
Hmm.
But yeah, I would say the video is fine, so don't worry about that. The only thing you really have to worry about is just kind of Just making sure y'all like if like this is the comedic app that I'm thinking, y'all want to kind of make sure you have like the timing right.
Yeah, the timing needs to be like
Yeah.
quick. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Like present live. How's
you want to hear Jackie?
Oh yeah, I hear Jackie in the background over here.
All right, Jackie, ask your question.
Wait, no, I was asking that to you.
Wait, what?
Like, if we present live, how's Annie Orr gonna do it? Because she hasn't done any work. She doesn't know what to do.
No, she did the front end, remember? She did it with Colette and then she presented I ran the script with her. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
How
just make sure to rehearse beforehand if like you feel like one of your group members might be a little unprepared. So, just like, 30 minutes beforehand, just like if y'all can all come together beforehand, just like, just talk through it.
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Aswazio.
Of course, I'm excited to see it tomorrow. All right.
All right. Take care, okay?
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Maurizio, can you hear me? Okay, looks like you're off, but you better be presenting tomorrow, all right? All right. See ya.